I have now moved into the loudest room in my house. This is my office, and my computer is quite loud. I actually don't mind it, but it is not great for videos, so I will try to cut as much of that out as I can with the audio processing, but please excuse the loud fans going on right now. My computer is doing its job. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be showing you how I figure out specific details about these Digimon that otherwise would not be possible to figure out. And the biggest one out of these would be the power value, for example. Each Digimon has a specific base power, and that base power is transmitted during battle so that the other device knows how strong its opponent is so that it can make the proper calculations on who should win and who should not. Now, this is done using a system called the DCOM, and the DCOM was developed by Blade Saber, a longtime Digimon community, how do I say this, pillar? Yeah, she's a pillar. She has been really pivotal in getting this information properly documented, created, and just developed. She's done a huge amount of work in being able to communicate with these devices through our computers, and it's amazing what she's been able to do. The main thing that she's been able to do is that she can detect the signals coming out of these right here. She receives them in binary, and because they come in binary, we can look for differences in different signals and kind of work out what those different bits of binary mean, all the zeros and ones. And she has a whole mapping out of what the Digital Monster version 20th and Digimon Pendulum version 20th are. When the Digital Monster X came out, myself and Blue Dragon, he is the one who got me using the DCOM in the first place. He uses it for a platform called Online. That's spelled with a 0 and a 1 in there, very cute. And that's used to battle Digimon online, which I do on a regular basis. We hold a lot of tournaments, and I battle in those tournaments with my Digimon online. Now, because there is online battling, I'm not going to be going in and exposing too much of what the specifics of the codes are, but the cool thing is that because we've already decoded what the Digital Monster X battle system does, so we've encoded, or oops, I zoomed in there, we've determined, let's go ahead and get a focus fix going, please. And yeah, that's good. All right, so we've been able to determine what each of the different bits means for the Digital Monster X battle system. So that means I know what power is, what the index number is, what the type of the Digimon is, what the HP of that Digimon is, what its attack is. I know all that just by looking at the signal itself. Now, I don't necessarily know immediately just by like, oh yeah, that's the best of code is Numemon, but instead I have a spreadsheet that lets me keep track of that information. So I just have some formulas that I've created to parse out the code that comes from this, and it will spit it out and tell me, okay, this is the level, this is the HP, and so on and so forth. So to do that, I use this device right here. This is my actual DCOM, and it's plugged into my computer. It's a mess of wires. If you want to make your own, you can. I'll have a link to that in the description on how to make your own. It'll be on the website for Digimon Online. Don't make it like mine though. I kind of went my own way with it. I've also got a DCOM Mini right here. Working on a few bugs on it, but I'm working on making it into a nice little case so that I have a little thing I can just connect to, which is kind of the point of that right now. But for the purposes of this video, I'll be using my original DCOM because of, like I said, there's a couple bugs in the Mini. Not big ones, but they're there. So, first of all, we need to wake up Numemon. He's not going to do anything while he's asleep. Alright, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to Battle. And then, actually, before I do that, I need to get my computer set up here. So I'm going to be using, and I'm sorry I'm not going to be showing you a lot of this. I'm going to go on the serial monitor. There it is. Alright, so I'm going to be sending my Digimon a code that I want it to use. Alright, so so I sent that to the Arduino. This little board I have right here to the DCOM, and now that that's there, I can come in with Numemon. I'll do it, and the code will even pick up what I get from my meter here, whether it's good, great, bad, or excellent. All right, so that's good. So now we're going to take these two wires right here, and touch them to the connecting points. And there we go. So the system initiated the battle, that's why it happened. Numemon will win this battle. This is a guaranteed loss battle. Alright, so I'm going to copy out that code, I'm going to put it into my spreadsheet. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Numemon. No, that's right. Okay, that's interesting. So we do have a discrepancy already. Sweet, love to see that, but the other stuff looks like it's all correct. So this Numemon is level 1, it has 12 HP, and its power is 70. It doesn't have any attack bonuses, and there's a few bits of other information in here that aren't super useful to see, such as it tells me what sprites each attack uses, and tells me whether it's sick, tells me what order the button was pressed, which version I'm using, which, let's just see what version this is. It says version 2. Oh yeah, I guess this would be 2. So that would make, yeah, white should be 1 and black should be 0. Let's see if that's what I have on here. Yep, that matches up. So this is version 2, because it does start at 0 for that. Now, I'm very concerned about the index number that came up, because that doesn't really make sense. Basically it's showing me 0 for the index, which I don't know why that would be the case. For stage, it's showing 2 as well, which is, it's baby 2, child, adult, so that makes sense. They don't count baby 1, and they start at 0 for counting that. You know what? They might have expanded. No, that wouldn't be it. Well, shoot. I don't know what's going on there. So let's do another Digimon and find out. So we're going to use our little mechanical pencil here, because I left my screwdriver in the other room. Okay, so we are loading up another Digimon. So here we go. So let's go ahead and we'll go with, I like Manta Rainmon. Oh, well, Kuwagamon it is. Alright, so now we can choose area, etc. We're just going to leave that as minimal. Because all we're trying to do is we're going to get Kuwagamon's index. Now, Numemon's index, according to the previous X data that we received from Black and White, showed up as 0, which is strange. We're going to see if Kuwagamon has a different number, if that was just a strange coincidence. Alright, so here we go. Hit the thing anywhere, and get my wires. Connect them. Give it a second. Okay. And let's try this one. Alright, go ahead and paste that in there. Nope, not there. That cell right there. This is... Oh dear. His index is also showing as 0. He's much less power though. He has 46 power compared to Numemon's 70 power. But... what the heck? Oh boy, so I've got some testing to do here, and I'm not sure if it will go well for me or not, but we'll see. I mean, index isn't a huge deal, but it is nice to know what the index is. It's possible they just aren't using it anymore, because right now there's just, you know, several empty bits, seven empty bits that are just all zeros that would normally have had a specific number on them. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Yay. Alright, cool. I thought I was done testing this stuff, but I guess not. So I'll get around to doing that. Anyway, that's basically it in a nutshell. So I just connect to that and get the values off of it. Yeah, it would tell me like attribute as well. Like, yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, so each of these is attribute virus because they're number 2 out of 4 possible options there. 4 being free, 3 being free, 1 is data, and 0 is vaccine. So, yeah, there we go. That's really all I needed to show with this one. If in case anyone was curious about how I knew what I know, this is how. So, again, link to the information about this specific decom and how to build it will be in the description. And if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to let me know. And enjoy using your Digital Monster X. Bye!